You can still build with low testosterone. Like I have, I've had low testosterone my entire life. But after 25, your testosterone drops.
754 was my number last time.
Why is your testosterone at 754?
Yeah.
He's 57, natural, competed against me back in the days, again, drug tested.
Yeah.
And his testosterone's at 754. So this, what we'd like to do is today is to help you, I guess, put out the right questions and try to focus on that commitment that you're doing for your coaches, so you guys understand what we're giving back and forth. If we're going to allow check-ins, make sure that you were on point the weeks before. There's no reason to check in if you're not even on a plan. Does that make sense to everybody?
Can I say something too about that? There's so much information that is repetitive when you're coaching because you're constantly having people come through. It's like being a coach. You have players that play for you for X amount of time. And then when they're done, you have the next group coming through. But there's a playbook, and if you don't study that playbook and understand the base of what it is that you're going to be doing, then you're playing catch up the whole time, and you're asking questions that could have been answered if you just did a little research on your own. So I don't know what Mike's group looks like, what's in the file section, what's available, what you've already been given access to. But please, man, as someone who is frustrated by people who ask me questions that are already answered, the information is there. So this guy literally has got millions of followers, thousands of people active, 10,000s of people active that are asking questions, and to answer them over and over and over again, in all honesty, becomes frustrating at some point, especially if that information is available to you by clicking a link or going to a website or watching a video or reading an ebook, whatever it is. I promise you it's there. So if the information is in that book and I know that you didn't read that book and you asked me a question, I'm probably going to be a little bit of a jerk to you. And I make no apologies for that because I have no reason to apologize for that. Because I'm doing this because I really want to help people, in all honesty. And I just witnessed this guy doing that right now. I'm like, how much are you charging these people to answer those questions? He's like, nothing. I'm like, nothing. And they're getting that much detail. So if a coach gets on you, and it's tough love a lot of times, you know, that's all I can do is relate it to a coach-player relationship, man. I can remember coaches getting in my face or drill instructors getting in my face, and I didn't understand it at the time, but being removed from it and looking back, I'm like, wow, that guy really liked me. He really cared enough to get in my face. So you need to not be offended, but be encouraged and go, you know what? He's freaking right, man. He's right. I should have read that. I didn't, and I will, so I don't waste anyone's time. Because you're really robbing his time and other people's time to get questions maybe the entire group could benefit from.
So with that being said, which is great, and understanding that that repetitive stuff is there, even though I'm giving information to somebody, that may not apply to you, but that will apply to a friend of yours. Well, you know what's funny? Mike said to go into the gym and train at 70% instead of 100 and just let the diet do its trick at first. I don't understand that. That's interesting. And then come back and go, I see why what he's done in over 35 years of training, more than that, and able to maintain that way and be that way. So stand up for a sec, show the abs.
Oh yeah. I was going to show a shirt actually first. Look at this shirt.
That pops.
That shirt.
Come on, you guys see that? Oh!
And I'm starting my diet.
And he's starting his diet
Saturday.
Because this man is going to be 57 years old. What? 57? Nah, you can't do that. You have low testosterone. You can't get jacked and stuff. Can I see a bicep? Oh, get him back. Oh. But after 25, your testosterone drops.
754 was my number last time.
Why is your testosterone at 754?
Because, yeah, 754.
His testosterone's higher than mine.
So
At 57. At 57. And again, relax, half of you, mostly all of you.
Yeah,
relax.
one over there.
Well, all of you guys, stop crying.
Yeah.
He's 57, natural, competed against me back in the days, again, drug tested,
Yeah.
and his testosterone's at 754.
4.
Here's the thing that I don't want you to
No drugs, no nothing, people. Okay, I don't want to do that.
fall into the hype. And I know this is off subject, but don't fall into the hype when these guys are going that you can't build muscle with low testosterone stuff. You just saw Mona. Mona's a female. It's weird. A female, estrogen, a little bit of testosterone. Why is that? Because women have testosterone, guys, but the level's around 150. So here's the thing. You can still build with low testosterone. Like I have. I've had low testosterone my entire life, but it's not like you can't build muscle. That's a weird thing. Or you could be like this guy and have high testosterone and don't even know it. So go get your blood work done, test it, and make sure you're healthy. Because when I mean low testosterone, I just mean 400. When you have real low testosterone for a male, then you're playing around, and that you need to see a doctor and make sure you can take care of that, because that could be prostate problems and stuff like that. And we don't want anybody to do that.
Even.
Yeah. So just check that, check your thyroids, check all those kind of things.
I tell all my clients, the first thing when I bring them in is go get your blood checked. And the normal guy gives a response of, "Oh, I haven't been there in 10 years." And then when I tell them get a colonoscopy, then that really freaks them out. You know, it's like, "Oh, no, that's gay. I'm not doing that." It's like, really? What? I mean, come on, dude. You're so ignorant in the way you think.
What age are you telling these guys to go do that?
Colonoscopy at 50 for sure, unless there's a family history.
I'm okay with you going, if there's a family history. My mom forced me at 40, 45, and 50. Yeah. I did a colonoscopy, but it runs in our family. So it's a huge thing. But here, that's a side note from what we were talking about today, guys. But everybody should get their blood checked. Make sure you women go in there and get your blood work. My demographic has switched from the 35 to 45. I have more women now.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Wow. See, I only do men. I only train men.
Ooh, can we just cut that clip? Can we just cut that clip out? He only does men. So
that's keeps my test. You asked me what keeps my testosterone.
Testosterone, right? So you'll be surprised where that is. Make sure that you stay healthy, guys. Another thing, let's get back to the training people. One of the biggest things we want to do is tell you that we're going to give you that time. Make sure that you're asking the right questions, but make sure that you're holding yourself accountable. Make sure that, again, you're checking in with us. You're checking in the groups. We're going over everything. But if you're not holding yourself accountable, we're going to pick up on that, because there's going to be certain nutrition ideas that we give to you. There's going to be certain training principles that we give to you that your body will change. If your body does not change, and then we also get your blood work done and we make sure that that's okay and you're still doing it, then you're just cheating and we're not going to work with you. And then you're going to just run into problems. Today is such a interesting time. The world.
Oh, yeah.
The ugliness in the world and what's going on.